guys, and welcome back to some more Jet Set Radio! Oh damn, it's that time again. I seriously, I don't know why I say it's that time again every time, because I mean, you click on this video and you know what to expect, right? You're gonna see a Jet Set Radio episode. I don't need to say it's that time again. Anyway guys, before we get started, as always, it is that time again of the episode in which we look at some awesome fan art submitted by you guys. And this time it is something called a sketch dump. This is awesome. I believe this is by Kamikaze Girl. I could be wrong, and if so, I will bleep out her name and say the person it is, but I'm pretty sure it's hers. And I love these kind of things. I've seen sketch dumps. Sketch jumps? That sounds like a move you do in Jet Set Radio. Sketch jump. I can't say it. Sketch dumps of like other people. It's just where they draw loads of things related to that person. And that's what she did with me, which is pretty damn cool. So thank you very much for that. I appreciate it. As always, guys, if you want to submit any fan art, there is all the information in the description on how you guys should do that. It's pretty damn simple. At least I hope it is. And if it isn't, then, well, we're all pretty dumb, aren't we? So anyway, let's jump straight into the street. I'm not going to make the mistake I made last 3 episodes or so. I mean, fine, the last 2 were a 2-parter, but still, I'm not going to go and do this one, because we've done that. So let's go into Benton Show. We don't have a choice on what to do today. Let's go as Beat. We're not going as Mew. Mew is a crazy bitch, and she needs help. So we're going to go as Beat. Beat is my favorite. You guys should know that by now. Now, I don't know which one this is. Is this a spray paint, or is this a battle? It's the noise tanks, those high-tech Ben crazies. That's so crazy. Take them out by finding those. Okay, so it's just a normal style level. If you notice me, by the way, guys. Oh yeah, side note, I hate this map. For some reason, I just don't like this area with the train. If you hear me maybe saying things a bit differently today, you may not. I've kind of got like a really bad ulcer like on the side of my lip. Embarrassing story, actually. I was walking home and I ran into a lamppost. Yeah. I mean, have you ever done that before? Where it's the most stupid thing, yet you just kind of do it and you realise and you're like, wow, please say no one saw me. And I did do the typical, like, look around. Hopefully no one sees me doing that. No one did, so I guess that's okay. But I bit down on my lip. And now I have a massive ulcer there. And it gets in the way of me talking, which is annoying, seeing as I talk for most of the day, every day, doing what I do right now. So that works out well. Yay, let's send in some parachuting snipers. Which, firstly, I don't think exist anyway. Let's send in some parachuting snipers to take out a little teenage kid rollerblading. It's clearly the biggest threat we have right now. But then again, I talk about that every episode. So I won't dwell on that too much. But damn, this guy's on my tail right now. It seems like he's faster than normal. I don't know. Oh god. I'm not going to try and imitate Japanese people. I don't think it's worth it to try and risk my sanity and or my dignity. Possibly both. Oh god, I hate these kids. Okay, come on. They're not even kids. They're just a-holes. Okay, we've done this bit before, right? This level in general, well, he's glitched, which helps out quite a lot, actually. We've done this level before, and I remember telling you guys, I said, when we get to this, I'm going to suck at this bit, because I cannot get up here. And what's happening? I'm sucking at this! Oh my god! I am calling it right now. I'm going to have to cut out loads of this episode. Just so that we're not spending, like, 30 minutes doing the same old crap. Okay, there's one. Good. Because seriously, I don't know what it is about this. There are some levels where it's so easy to get to everything, but there's not enough spray cans around. And then you got the other type of level, like this, where there's way too many spray cans around. You'll rarely see my spray count drop below 520 this episode. I swear, like, look, right now, right? But then the levels are just so damn hard. And these cutscenes, as beautiful as this game is, I think I will admit, these cutscenes do kind of annoy me a little bit. Because I don't need to see them every time. Like, what is that? Just why? It's not a good idea. And this music is confusing me, by the way. I'm trying to talk while this is going on, and I can't do it. I'm gonna move my... Hold on. I'm gonna move... You know, I'm just gonna take my headset off. I can't listen to the game right now. I can't do it. I'm gonna put it over there so you don't hear reverb. But... God! Jet Set Radio. There are times when I love you, and there are times where I love you less. It's impossible to hate this game, but it is possible to get a little bit annoyed by it on occasion. Right, so how many more have we got left anyway? We've got 9 left to clear. Okay, that's not too bad. Now, this is where it always gets pretty bad for me. I don't know why. It's whenever I go up this trailer area, it's like, oh, yeah, we'll do fine. And we never do. Which sucks, doesn't it? You know, I was thinking earlier, though, while we get these done, I've always been having, like, these interesting topics of conversation. See, this bit I don't mind. These interesting topics of conversation during Jet Set Radio, specifically, where it's just, like, about my childhood. And at first, I thought it was really boring, because I think last episode you heard about the accidental drug deal. If you didn't hear about that, guys, you may want to go... Wow, I just jumped into that. I looked at it, I was like, yeah, I can grind that. I guess I'm not as hardcore as I think, even in video games. But yeah, if you missed last episode where we talked about the accidental drug deal I pretty much got myself into, you may want to hear that. I was only like 9 or 10 years old. But there was one thing I was actually kind of wanting to talk to you about, and it's actually really relevant. Because I want to hear your stories on it as well. Like, I think it's less applicable the younger you are now. And it's only just applicable at my age as well. Because technology is becoming such a big part of our lives that you don't get into it. It's just a part of your life from when you were born. But that kind of gives away what I want to, like, bring up. Is how you got into technology. And I thought, you know, tell me in the comments, guys. I'll try and remember to make this the question of the episode. I'm sure I will. I'll edit this. I'll like, okay, got to do that. And then I'll put it up and I'll totally forget. That always happens. But for me... And we haven't actually got that much time in this episode, I don't think. Wow, we really don't. For me, guys, it was kind of deprivation that got me into it. Because when I was born, my parents seemed to think, despite my dad working a graphics job and my mum knowing absolutely crap about technology, they kind of thought, you know what, I don't want our son to be technological. I don't want him to do anything like that. Let's look at it right now. How did that work out? Please don't crash on me. Awesome. You know, let's do 2 episodes. Let's do 2 levels today. I'm down for that. And I'll shut up while DJ Professor K blabbers on, and then I will continue. Just, you know, gotta have respect for the DJ.
Guerrilla music broadcaster, Jet Set Radio. Let's go to the mailbag. A letter from Mr. Osaki asks, how do I get rid of these nasty roaches? Easy, just burn your house down. Benton Show is ablaze with the GG's graffiti. It's even brighter than the neon lights. After their territory was attacked, them noise tanks ran amok. Their circuits must be fried or something. Maybe they'll be eating dinner for breakfast. Go on and get your little doggy back.
Okay, I'm guessing we've got a boss battle this time. Because it's like, yo, go get your doggy back. That was an awful impression. Go get your doggy back. So I'm going to go do that. And, yeah, anyway, back onto the story. Also, before we do that, hold on, let's back up a second. Let's back up again. Hey, Mew. How's it going? You still tripping? You still going a bit crazy? Yeah. She really has lost the plot. But yeah, so my parents always thought, no, we don't want him to be into that. And until I was about 3 or so, we never had like any technology apart from a very basic TV in our house. And it wasn't like I wasn't aware of this. I was, because they sent me to school really early as well. Like I went to school when I started when I was like 2.5 years old. And even back then, I remember my kids. I remember like my friends and stuff being like, oh yeah, did you see this and did you see that? Like talking about VHS tapes. And I was like, what are VHS tapes? Now I'm sure I didn't actually say, I'm looking for cans if you're wondering. I'm sure I didn't actually say, what are VHS tapes? Because, you know, I'm like 3 years old. I'm sure I said something like, what are these black thingies? Not realizing what I was saying. And I kind of brought it up to my parents one day, and they were just like, oh, he knows. I think I remember the look on my mum's face, actually. She was quite disappointed that I knew about these things. So, eventually we got one. And the first DVD we ever had, which is actually in relation to last week's Hunger Games challenge, was a Winnie the Pooh. I think it was like the Winnie the Pooh, the first movie or something. I can't remember what they're called, but it was goddamn awesome. And I have no idea where they are. Just realised that. In a boss battle, I have no idea where the bosses are. That's just awesome. Let me have a look. Are they on the mission map? Yes, they are. Okay. So, I just watched it on repeat permanently. And what I think happened is, ever since then, you know, after that, I was allowed down into my dad's office, because we lived in we actually rented out a whole apartment block, and different rooms were like different things. So we had the workplace, we had the house, we had the playroom, all that kind of stuff. And eventually I was allowed down into my dad's office, and down there, it was like, it's still kind of high-tech for now, let alone back then, in like the 1990s. And there were like multiple screen monitors, that sounded great. Multiple monitors and all of this, and it was just amazing. And I just spent my life down there. So what I think happened is the deprivation of technology for the start of my life made me much more curious about it. And I think I'm actually kind of glad to not have had those opportunities until I was a bit older. Not saying that being 5 years old is being old at all, but then again, to a kid of 5 years old, that's like half your life, so, you know. It is a long time. Where the hell are they? Jeez. Okay, are they up? You don't have to flash. You could just stay up there. Okay, they're up and then around. Fine. God, this map confuses me. I warned you. So I think the fact, yeah, that I just didn't have those back when I was like 3 years old and everyone else did. It's more the fact that everyone else did have them and I didn't. That just kind of made me curious about it. I think that's what got me into technology. Because I was just kind of like, ooh, I really like the idea of this. It's cool. I've just always been fascinated by it. I taught my mother to text when I was like 9 years old. I didn't have a cell phone. I just knew how to text. I thought it was like the most obvious thing, and it took her about 2 months to learn. I think that was also when I realized, wait, I'm actually okay at this. And I got into stuff, and it was fun. So there's my story on how I got into technology. Again, I don't know why Jet Set Radio has turned into this thing where I tell you all about my childhood, but apparently it has. And I actually don't think I mind it. God damn! Ugh! These battles are really annoying. This one especially. There's just too much grinding. Okay. Oh, God! Don't go back. Continue in one linear direction. As much as I hate to talk about linear gameplay, because usually linear gameplay, unless it's done awesomely like it is in Jet Set Radio, is a bit annoying. But I would like that right now. So, guys, tell me in the comments. I don't know why am I whispering? Tell me in the comments how you guys got into all of that kind of stuff. I would love to hear. This guy is going for way too long. He should have a break now. And also, all the rest of his guys, the rest of his gang are up here, right? Yeah, they are. Okay, this was their starting place, I guess. Don't knock me off. Okay, I'm going after you. I'm going after you. I got a few hits on you. This is going to be one of the battles where it's just kind of like, yeah, I just got to really take my time with this and just hope I don't run out of the 555 seconds that I've got. See, that's just annoying because they know that you can't get a good time down on them when you've got to double back. If that made any sense. I know that I phrased that absolutely horrifically. But screw it, I'm going for this guy. Because when they double back, you've only got like 2 seconds to hit him again. Like that. It's awful. Fuck! Okay. This is going to be cut and chop. That's not actually what I call it. I call it a tactical edit. But I'm going to make it look like I've done this in 2 seconds. Actually, I don't think that's possible, but I'll make it look like I'm doing it quickly. When you actually next hear from me, it will probably be 2 years later in the future. I would have been on like an island. I would have been a star of Lost. All of that kind of will have happened. You know, I will have gone through a very emotional journey. Things will have changed in my life. I will have a gruff beard. All that kind of stuff. In fact, I know that they're all dicks and they don't stop on this path, so I will just continue on because that is absolutely ridiculous. Seriously, that is way too long for them to not stop. But yeah, I'm just going to cut this because, seriously, just, it's not good. This is my least favourite boss battle, I think. Freaking awful. But I want my dog. I want my dog. Okay, I've got the last guy down onto 2. If you look at the clock, it wasn't actually 2 years and a whole island story happened. Still don't know where that came from in my commentary, actually. I have those random blips where I'm just like, wait, what am I talking about? And then I look back on it in editing, like, you know, a little bit later. I'm like, surely it will make sense now, right? And it still doesn't. And there we go! Oh, yeah! But no, it was only about 200 more seconds until I did it, which actually in these kind of things is a little bit of a while. But oh well, it's fine. I got Nitro. I don't really care. Whatever. Doesn't matter. At least that level is done. Now, DJ, Professor K, the absolute boss. I love him. 2 appearances this episode.
Music that's violently smooth. It's Jet Set Radio. Even if you're locked up in the joint, don't forget to turn on that radio. The noise tanks just got scrapped. They played too many video games, and now it's game over. No continues either. The GG's dog got home safe and sound, but it looks like the noise tanks made some modifications. Now it moves like a cow. I wonder if they can milk it too. The mysterious record the GG's picked up from the noise tanks fits perfectly with the piece from Poison Jam. Do the Love Shockers have the other piece? Guess you gotta ask them.
Ooh, plot in Jet Set Radio. Ah! Actually, that's not a fair comment. There is a lot of plot. Don't know why I made that comment. I feel bad now. I love this game to bits. I mean, do you get what I did there? The record is in bits, and I said I love it to bits, and it's time to finish the episode, I think, especially when I'm making jokes that bad. So guys, thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Jet Set Radio. Sorry there wasn't one earlier. I know I've been a bit slow on these in the past couple of weeks, but I should get them out more in the next few, so that should be fine. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe if you did enjoy it. I've been YoshiToMario. I'd be scared if I was anyone else. And until next time, I will see you laters.